Since everyone was so kind and showed up for the stream, yeah, I was getting feedback and it was just kept reposting what I was saying. So I'm sure it was a user error on my point. But here we go. Let's try this again. I'm going to sit here just a second and let people come in and find this stream. And then we have a lot to cover. We're going to talk about the astrology, the energy, maybe pull some cards, and just really catch up. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. Hey, hey, okay. Yeah, a lot is going on right now. So sorry that stream didn't work. I'm sure it was something I did. But here we are. Gonna make the most of it as we welcome in July. So I have a lot of notes I want to go over. And if you could wait until I'm done to ask your questions, because I will probably answer them in the information I'm going to share. Okay? So here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Sarah, and welcome to today's live. Thank you for joining me and coming to the second one. Yeah. And I know a lot of you have felt the energy change in June as we begin a new cycle. The good news is it's about to change again. Which is interesting, yeah. So let's dive in. We've got a lot to look at. On July the 3rd, which is just a few days from now, you probably already actually are feeling it. The Capricorn full moon. It's going to be casting a spotlight on our goals, our work-life balance, and ambitions. So we can expect strange and intriguing dreams as the lunar phase inspires us to embrace discipline and structure in our lives. Routines and organization pays off now, and we may be more disciplined, allowing us to align our actions with our long-term goals. So this is a really good thing. It's just that if you haven't been working hard, or you haven't really had the direction you needed to move forward, to even decide what direction to go in to work hard on, then yeah, this can be more confusion. Because like I say, this is all about hard work and discipline. So if you're unsure of what you should be doing, don't make any big drastic changes this month. If you've already got something in play, follow through on it. Don't second guess yourself. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. But going back to this alignment, leverage the hard work and detail-oriented energy brought forth by Mars as it enters Virgo on the 10th. We rethink how much time we really have to devote to projects and may reorganize and redefine our routines. So we really end up with more clarity on work and career issues that are currently going on. So if you've already committed to a project at work, and maybe you were a little bit optimistic about how much time it would take, I think that's going to become clear during this time. And also, we kind of have the summertime blues, and it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're in the middle of winter. This energy kind of makes us feel like we want to be outside, or we want to be doing something leisurely. We want to do something fun instead of being stuck in an office or stuck on our computer. We will probably rebel against those projects. That's why it's important to get them done early in the month. Okay. We have Mercury moving into Leo. So Mercury, of course, we talk about all the time, Mercury going retrograde. But when it moves forward, it usually makes communication easier. So when it moves into Leo, this will be like a breath of fresh air for most of us as we shift away from the deeper emotional issues that Mercury in Cancer brought up. And Mercury in Cancer was all about issues around your family life, your childhood, your home, things like that. An emotional need to discuss it, to understand it, to process it, which is needed. It's very necessary, but it's also very overwhelming for a lot of folks. So we're moving away from that, and it's going to be a much lighter energy. Let's see. We're more practical. than when Mercury was in Cancer too. So hopefully you can address some of those emotional issues last month, and this will be a much easier time and you're ready to move forward without them. We're also encouraged to express ourselves boldly and authentically, fostering innovation in our endeavors. These transits support us in finding unique solutions to problems and encouraging us to bravely think outside the box. One thing about when Mercury is in Leo, we are more courageous and more confident. So if you have some idea that you've been percolating, whether it's starting a podcast, a YouTube channel, a new business, you're likely to do it during this time because you're going to feel more courageous. Pardon me. And we also have a Cancer new moon. As we reach the midway point of the month, the nurturing energy of the Cancer new moon blesses us with an opportunity to focus on our emotional well-being. This lunar phase invites us to delve into our feelings and connect with our intuition. By nurturing our inner selves and establishing a strong emotional groundwork, we lay the necessary foundation for our projects and personal growth. So it's going to be a very introspective time around the moon, and this will help us balance our life, especially if we're dealing with work issues. Pardon me. The best thing to do during this time is ground, meditate, and journal, and use this time to get clear on what issues need further healing so that we don't bring them forward. Pardon me. Let me clear that for y'all. One more time. That was a bad one, wasn't it? Okay, on the 22nd, Venus, the planet of love, is shifting into retrograde, where it will stay until September the 3rd, through the passionate and fiery sign of, you guessed it, Leo. So every 18 months, Venus spins retrograde for 40 days. This period marks Venus' transit from being an evening star, visible in the sky at dusk, to the morning star, visible before dawn. When in Leo, the alignment is asking us to get clear on what's truly important to us. Fixed sign Leo is the zodiac's ruler of the heart. So, are you being true to your heart? Are you... Oh shit, I think we lost the internet again. Damn it. Maybe y'all just didn't want to hear me coughing. Okay, so I'm going to continue on and hope that the internet is actually still on. It's hard to tell. Okay, we've been having little blips with it lately due to the weather. And I do apologize about all the coughing too, but it was just clearing stuff out. So, okay, when Venus is in Leo, we shift our focus to our relationships, our love life, and our creative pursuits. Challenges may arise, prompting us to rethink our connections and how we deal with people and how much importance we put on our relationships or being in a relationship. This isn't the ideal time to propose or get married. And if you're planning a wedding during this time, get your license early before the 22nd for a better overall lucky wedding. Artistic endeavors are favored during this time, and anyone working in the artistic field will likely see their work bloom and gain recognition. You will also be much more inspired in general. You may rethink your type or the person that you normally date. You know, we all have a type. If you're single, and you may date someone you normally wouldn't, someone very different. Oh, for older relationships, you'll become more playful and adventurous during this cycle. So this is a time to embrace self-expression and be more authentic. The fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, will feel more just general. They'll feel more during this time. Expect to examine your thoughts and general ideas around love and relationships and what commitment means. Also, your role in partnerships. You're going to be really kind of going through those lessons in this cycle. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The good news is, for all of us, we'll be more confident and more likely to let the world see our gifts. You can now step forward and take your place in the spotlight. On the 28th, Mercury moves into Virgo. enhancing our mental acuity and analytical abilities. So, this is the time to take care of paperwork or have discussions about money, especially themes like debt, taxes, inheritance, or resources you share with others. And we have one other big theme going on in July, and it started at the end of June and the beginning of July. And that is Neptune. Neptune began its retrograde journey and will be in full swing until December the 6th of this year, 2023. The retrograde period will particularly impact Pisces sun, moon, and rising sign, but all of us will be influenced by this energy. We're challenged to navigate the illusions that Neptune often brings. This introspective phase prompts us to examine our dreams, our ideals, who we think we are, who we think we are, and probably more logically who we want to be or who we think we are, because usually it's not the same. So Neptune is going to be that deep thinking and that deep introspect energy that's going to also leave us daydreaming and thinking about the past and ruminating about things that happen and not get a lot done, unfortunately, because we're going to get caught up in this energy. So, the best thing to do is to focus on meditation, journaling, and therapy to help uncover truths and provide a sense of spiritual alignment. The good news is in July and August, we have the Leo energy, which is, of course, fire, which will help balance some of this energy out. And on 8/8, I am doing the Lionsgate activation again. I've done those for years, and it's the most popular of all of them because that energy just roars in and clears stuff out. It gives you lots more energy and a lot more confidence in general. And so we're going to definitely need that with this going on. And depending on where you are in the world, we have a full moon either on July the 31st or August the 1st. And that will be a very auspicious thing because if it's in August, it will be a blue moon. And I'll talk more about that later on in the month because we have enough to digest right here. The celestial events of July do offer us a diverse range of energies to work with and learn from. So it's not bad, but it is going to be something we're going to have to really work on. I mean, these energies are a gift, really, that will allow us to move forward on our healing path. But to do that, we actually have to work with the energy. We have to commit to it and we have to show up and we have to do the work. And it's going to be uncomfortable at times. At other times, we're going to breeze through it. It just really depends on where you are in this path. So as we navigate this energy, remember though to honor yourself, right? Don't try to get everything done at once. Take breaks and rest and stay open to the lessons and insights that come up rather than trying to push your agenda forward, okay? And I think that will make it a little bit easier, but also make room for fun. Especially when we get to mid-month or so, we're going to see the energy shift, and the month is going to go fast in general, but the second half is going to go really fast. So schedule fun. You're probably going to want to go on an adventure, a trip, maybe just a weekend thing even. If you can, schedule that now and start preparing for it. And it'll give you something to look forward to, plus it will also help with some of the stress of some of the other things happening this month. So I hope you found this little mini overview helpful. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. And always, let me know what sign you are too, because that's always interesting. So I normally, at least in my mind, make videos towards the end of the month and into the first week of the month. I do card readings and things like that for, for each sign. And of course, I never do every sign because I'm so super busy, but I try and get the signs that are going to be most impacted, right? And I haven't been doing them the last couple of months because I've been really busy and I've been having mechanical issues, kind of like this. So for a time now, I probably will not be making live form videos long form videos longer than probably 5 minutes. So I've got to get some new software, get some new equipment so that I can do that. I can do the lives, but they're unpredictable, just like this one was. So I thought while we were here talking about this, we could do some card readings if you like. I'll be more than happy to pull some cards for you guys. There is one thing I want to stress though. I am not reading for anyone under 18. And I put that in the description box and of the other video. And I did get some questions about why. And it's because I never read for anyone under 18 in person, never. And when I started really doing lives and things on YouTube, I was pretty much pushed into doing it, and I didn't like it. It doesn't feel good. It's not the right thing to do. You're welcome to watch these videos if you're under 18, sure, but I really don't want to read for you because the energy is too chaotic and things can change in a minute. So yeah, I'm not comfortable doing it. So I'm not going to. I'm going to step into my power and be authentic. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why, like I say, I never have done that. If you would like for me to pull a card, or if you have a question, you can let me know. If it's general, no problem. You know, what will Leo face this month kind of thing. If it's really specific, like will you get married on the 18th and what's going on and what's going to be your future, that kind of stuff, then yeah, I would suggest that you use the tip jar that's on the other one. I'll see if we could pull up the tip jar because, you know, I'll see if we can find that on the other one and paste it in the comments of this one. And I do apologize about the link not working, but hey, you know, this is the way it works with energy. So, okay, I'm going to take a short break. We're going to post that up. I'm going to just drink some water. So I'm waiting for your questions. I do have a couple that were sent to me already, and I'll start with them in just a second. So just bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to do a handoff so my son can help me. And we will look at these questions in 1 second. You hear me typing in the background? Oh, you hear me getting my password wrong? Okay. Our internet has just been so wonky. Okay. All right. I'm getting lots of messages about the tropical storm out there too. So I hope everyone is okay. All right. So I have notes. Okay. I had a Taurus ask me a question, and I'm going to pull some cards for my Taurus friend here. Let's see. Let's look at the Moonology. This lady just basically wanted to know what was going on. So let's look. I know that Taurus is going to be more sensitive this month and may need to process childhood or even family drama or stuff from the past. And it's going to be really important that you don't get caught up in it and don't take it out on your spouse either. But okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Taurus, what do you need to know for July of 2023? What issue from the past is really coming up? Step out of your comfort zone. Okay, the North Node. And not unexpected either. Taurus. Taurus has been having kind of, actually a pretty good year. But there have been some dips. And with those, you know, dips, and they happen to all of us, you've kind of been rethinking some of your decisions. But I think where you are is where you need to be. Just step out of your comfort zone, and especially when you think about the past. Maybe not everything in the past was as black and white as you think it was. Okay, so let's look at what's going on currently. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Okay, so you know that project that you're trying to get off the ground, now is the time to do it. And now is the time to step out there and be bold with anything like that, because you're going to feel more courageous with this alignment, and it's going to make it easier to pitch the idea or to get people behind it. And what's likely to happen? It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So, okay, rather than thinking about the worst thing that could happen, why not consider the best thing that could happen? what would you like to build? What would you like to change? What would you like to do? And instead of dwelling on the negative, think about all the good that can come from it. So release the negativity, release the fear around it, and those emotions are normal, by the way. We all have them. So just release them and put your best foot forward and go ahead. And go ahead with it. I think you're going to be very successful. Let's see, let's ask the cards. Are you going to be very successful? Your commitment is being tested. Okay. So it may take a little bit more time for it to be the big success that it's going to be. It's not probably going to be instant. But yeah, I would say yeah. Okay. So I have a question from a Virgo. If they are overthinking something, and this is about a relationship. So let's look. This particular Virgo, it has in the past been in bad relationships, and now they're in a harmonious relationship, but there are some things that aren't going as well as they could, and they've asked me if they were overthinking it, basically, and were they taking something that was insequential and turning it into something more. So let's see. Expect powerful changes. Okay, I think this particular person has changed a lot because they're much more courageous than they were in the past. They had been in a bad relationship, had trauma from childhood, were not trusting, and now they're in a relationship. And of course, they're going to be somewhat leery about what's going to happen. So yeah, the past has changed dramatically for them. And currently, it's upside down. It is communication is key. So we'll read it upside down. So probably that is the issue. You are not communicating. Talk it out. Talk through the issues. Tell the person honestly what you're feeling. Yeah, Virgo. And I think that it'll become clear. Okay, so what's the future? Luck is on your side. I think that the relationship will continue to grow. I have one more, and it's a Capricorn, and then I will take requests from you guys. Okay. All right. Capricorn is battling jealousy and gossip in the office. So I don't know if any of the other guys are, and if you've been reading or watching my Chinese astrology, which I do apologize. I did rabbit, dragon, and snake, and my computer ate it, and it is gone. But the theme for the last couple of months has been that. It's been gossip in the workplace and people just, being dramatic and, telling lies and self-sabotaging and sabotaging people's projects. And it's just been a lot going on in people's offices. So I don't know if you're experiencing that or not, but this particular Capricorn is. So let's see. So the question was, okay, they ask if they are being sabotaged. So let's see, yes or no, are they being sabotaged? Nothing is yet set in stone. I would read that towards possibly, yeah, possibly. It's not clear yet. So in other words, someone may be thinking about doing it, but not actually doing it yet. Or they've started the plan, but the plan is not it's not full blown yet. Okay. So that was not clear. So, okay. Are several people sabotaging you? You and your loved ones are safe. So maybe not. Maybe they're not being sabotaged at work. Maybe the whole issue is a misunderstanding. So is that right? Is it a misunderstanding? What do you need to release? Yeah, I would say that's it. It is probably more along the lines of, I don't want to say being paranoid, because there's been a lot of bad behavior we know over the last 6 months, work related. So, but at this extent anyway, my Capricorn, you're not being manipulated, or the project's not being manipulated for sabotage. So that doesn't mean someone's not doing their part, because that's more than likely what's happening, but they're not purposely anyway trying to sabotage you. So that's good news. Yeah, and I think that answered that question. Okay, so does anybody have any more questions? So those are the ones I received in advance, and I hope that they can find this new stream. Yeah, it's always exciting here. Come for the cards and stay for the drama. So 1 second, I'll be right with you. Okay, that was already there. Oh, I have a question.
No.
What? I'm sorry. 1 second. I'll be right back. What does that say? Okay. I'm back. Yes. And now we'll start the Sarah Comedy Hour. Okay. So, I think I have card readings that are shorts coming up. A couple of them. I've been trying to do shorts every night after I get done with clients, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So, what can Cancer expect for the first week in July? How about that? Let's go 3 cards. What could Cancer natives expect? What do you need to release, Cancer? So this is probably going to show you that. It's going to show you what you need to release. And the end of a tough cycle approaches, which means it's not quite over, but we're getting very close to it, Cancer. So that's some really good news. And be bold and make the first move. So this is a time of change for you. The big change isn't here just yet, but it's getting closer. It's time for you to release some of the stuff that is holding you back, and be bold and step out there. Apply for that job, talk to that person, move, do what needs to be done. Okay? So let's look at what's happening with Leo the first week in July. Okay. Nothing will come of the situation. Void of course moon. Okay, so big plans this week, Leo. Probably nothing's going to happen. Which is good news and bad news. So don't get too invested in things, and just let things kind of simmer. They're not quite ready yet. And it's time to take action. So those two kind of seem at odds, don't they? So I would imagine this is probably work, and this may be something related to relationships. It may be time to, call that person back, or meet up for coffee or something. But work-wise, yeah, probably just let the situation go. It's not quite ready, and take time to breathe out. Yeah, this would be a good time to rest, and maybe even, take a little mini vacation, take a long weekend, something like that. And in America, this is 4th of July. So some people are taking this weekend off and Monday, and some people are taking off Tuesday, which I believe is the 4th, and some people are taking off next weekend. So not a lot of work's going to get done in America this week. This is a time of barbecues and outdoor parties and things like that. So best to focus on that this week, Leo, and not try and push things forward, because just like the void of course moon, chances are good nothing is going to come forward. So, okay. Let's see what's going on for my Libras out there. The first week for you, Libra. Okay. Hold on to your vision. Things are changing for Libra. You've had a really good year. Now things haven't been perfect, don't get me wrong, but overall you've had a really good year, better than it's been in some time. So while things aren't perfect, you may feel done with a relationship, done with a job, but hold on just a minute. Things aren't quite over yet. Surrender to the divine. Yeah. When we are in doubt about what's going on, sometimes we push our agenda and push and push and push and push, and it just seems like if we just tried one more thing, then this would work. Have you tried everything? That is kind of the mentality a lot of us work with. And that's what society teaches us. But in reality, sometimes we need to just relax and surrender and allow the divine to work the situation out. And if it is for you, then it will be for you. And if it's not, it won't. And this card, oh, it's your card, Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. So this will probably be a very positive week for you. It may not be what you think it's going to be, but it will turn out being a very positive week. So keep doing what you're doing, but also release the need to push things forward and step back and allow things to flow organically, surrender to the divine, and know that everything's going to work out for your best. Okay? I'm putting these in a pile over here so we don't get them again because, we have a tendency to get the same cards repeated. Okay, is anybody else? I heard Aries. Okay, let's do Aries. First week for Aries. Look at the bigger picture. So a lot has changed for Aries this year. A lot. You have gotten satisfaction, finally, with a job issue. You've gotten an inheritance or a big bonus or a bigger paycheck. Money is definitely coming in for Aries. And you have relocated, maybe multiple times. So, everything is changing for Aries. So look at the bigger picture right now. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be when you grow up? And think about that. What direction do you want your life to go in? It's okay to take some time to kind of slow down and look at the bigger picture. Okay. What is going to be your biggest obstacle this week? A new start. So things changing again. And that might be an obstacle just in the fact that a lot has happened and now things are changing again? So I don't think it's going to be bad, but I just think it may be the energy of change being the obstacle. Okay, and what's going to happen? By the end of the week, adjustments are required. So basically, roll with it and it'll be fine, but don't be so tethered to an outcome or a goal that you can't be flexible, basically. Yeah, whether this is you have a plan to go to the beach this weekend and all of a sudden, it blew up and now, it's ruined the entire week. No, don't, let that go and go somewhere else. It's fine. It's fine. So everything is basically good for Aries. And I know that can be kind of frightening too, because it's like, when is the other shoe going to drop? And when are things really going to become chaotic again? But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be chaotic. You're entitled to some good times, Aries. Okay, Sag, my Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. What is this week going to be like? Oh, a time to give rather than take. Okay, so this is a time to really look at your family, your partners, your relationships and the people you work with, and just kind of be there for them and don't expect them to reciprocate. Just show up, give, listen, nod your head, and yeah, this is part of the bigger picture change in Sagittarius's life too. Lots going on there. Okay, your biggest obstacle for the week? Step out of your comfort zone. And usually this is not an issue for Sag. You're pretty adventurous. You're ready to go and try new things, see new things, try new food, whatever it may be. You're ready to go and make things happen. But lately, you've been having a hard time just with the normal stuff. It's not been easy for Sag in years, actually. And it's weighing on you. But we're almost to the end of this cycle where things will start flowing again. And actually, it's already started shifting. So it's normal to have some trepidation about, things are finally getting a little bit better. Should I keep doing what I'm doing, or should I be bold and step out there? Well, listen to your heart, which is probably going to say step out there. Okay, and what are you likely to be doing at the end of the week? Confidence is key to success with Sister Leo card. Okay, you know this. You know, and you're generally pretty confident. But like I say, this last couple of years has just really worn on you. Pardon me. So I would say, yeah, if you're thinking about launching a business, a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, go ahead and do it. I think it will be fine. Step out of the comfort zone and do it. And it will be a success. It may take a while, but I think, yeah, ultimately it's probably the right thing to do. Okay. Anybody else? Did I scare y'all earlier with all the coughing? Maybe. I have to cough again. Okay, let's see. Scorpio, what's your week going to be like? Oh, look, it's like I'm a psychic. I found the Scorpio card. Work hard through your fears. Okay, not a big surprise. A lot's going on for Scorpio right now, and the fear is bubbling in the background because you have all these changes, you have all these possibilities, you have all these opportunities, but you don't have the safety net you had before. You don't have real or imagined assets that you had before. So it's time to make a change. And to do that, you have to work through your fears. So what is going to be your biggest obstacle to working through your fears? A fiery climax approaches. Yeah. Change. I think that's it. I think that's the biggest fear, that things will change dramatically in the wrong direction. And that, and that you don't have any control over it. And in reality, none of us ever do. We never have control over it. But still, sometimes, we need to make these changes. So what's likely to happen? Where are you going to be at the end of the week? Have faith in your dreams. It's like you're a psychic, but a ching. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. Because you're allowed to dream, and you're allowed to be successful, Scorpio. You're allowed to move forward. You're allowed for things to work out. It's okay. It's okay. But have faith in your dreams and don't give up. That's the big lesson, okay? Okay, Aquarius. How's your week going to be? Your dreams need a practical plan. And this is an issue that Aquarius runs into quite often. You think outside of the box and you're very innovative, but sometimes you have a hard time getting from point A to point B because there's not a logical way to get there or a practical way to get there. I mean, usually you can invent a way, but right now, what you're working with, you need a practical plan. So what's the biggest obstacle? It's time to release negativity. Didn't we already get that card? I've been putting them over here on the side. Yeah, so it's time to not focus on what could go wrong, instead focus on it working, because that's the other thing, we manifest what we focus on. So release the negativity. That'll be your biggest obstacle. And you're likely to be, at the end of the week, oh, it's your card. It's like I'm a psychic. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So, yeah, if you can Stay focused. And this is not so much just about this week. We know that you have some big projects that are going to take maybe even the rest of the year or even into next year to get off the ground, Aquarius. And that's cool. The fear is normal. We all have that, especially over big things. But you need to be practical. You need to step out of your comfort zone and have a logical, practical approach. Doesn't mean that that's the only way it's going to move forward, but it's good to have that, okay? And then you also need to bring love into the situation. So be easier on yourself and be easier on the other people that is involved in this, okay? I think somebody just texted me a question. Okay. All right. So this was Pisces asking me a question about a job. So let's shuffle all the cards and answer this question about Pisces' job. And I think it was along the lines of Sun sign Pisces, will they find a job in July? And what I'm getting as I'm shuffling this is money will come in, and probably it will be a job, but not a forever job. But let's see what the cards say. So in other words, it will be something that maybe is part-time or something that will just tide you over, but money will come in. Let's see what the cards say. Pisces, show me in 3 cards, will you get a job? You're good enough. So yeah, probably. Communication is key, which is still upside down. And expect powerful change. So yeah, I would say probably. You're probably going to get this job. It's probably not really what you want, but it will bring the money in. Okay. What is the best day to start a YouTube channel? Okay. So here we go. You know, we're trying to understand the bigger picture with this Pisces. Not having the cash flow, not having the influx of money is a horrible position to be in. So, and I understand that you're somewhat uncomfortable taking this job because you feel like once you take this job, you will not have the energy to find another one. But you can keep sending out resumes. This will, in the meantime, give you some income coming in. Send out the resumes and let the people know that yes, you're taking this job, but it's only going to be in the interim until something else comes along that is more stable, that pays you more, and that is in your actual field. So yes, I think you will get the job. Okay. The question was, should you start a YouTube channel? Of course you should. It flew across my screen because it wasn't texted to me. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to ask my son if he caught it. 1 second. Did you catch it? We want to start a YouTube channel. August the 10th is your birthday. Best day to start. Okay. Best day to start a YouTube channel. Here, you can take this back. Thank you. Thank you. The best time to start a YouTube channel is yesterday. But no, anytime, well, you're a Leo, 8/10. So yeah, you're a Leo. So the Leo time would probably be the best when we go into Leo season, which is mid-month. So it's one of those things, starting a YouTube channel. Let me get on my soapbox here. It's a lot of work, but it is very rewarding and very fun, and you meet the coolest people, and you meet people that you wouldn't meet any other way. So, yeah, it's definitely worth doing. But also, don't think that it has to be perfect. Hello, look at this video. Come on. Don't think that it has to be perfect or put a lot of pressure on yourself that it has to immediately get 1,000 subscribers or 1 million or whatever. Give yourself time to learn and play with it and have fun. But yeah, I would probably say the best time to start is in Leo season, probably around the 8th, August 8th would probably be really good. That's the Lionsgate day. It depends too on what subject you're going to be doing. You're here, so I'm thinking it's maybe going to be something woo-woo, but not necessarily. But yeah, probably during that time, because that's an empowering time for Leo natives too. Let's see. Let's see what the cards say. Balance spirituality and practicality. And that is very good advice for a YouTube channel. Yeah. You have to be authentic and you have to stay true to who you are, no matter what it is, whether it is spiritual or whether it is on makeup or whether it is on food or travel or whatever, or pets, whatever. And the thing is, there's a niche for everything. Somebody will love your video because there is somebody that's looking for it, because, the world is your oyster. But you have to be practical about how many videos you can make and how much time it's going to take to make the videos, and not end up killing yourself like so many people do on YouTube. If you search around, you'll see that a lot of people sell courses and things about how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and how to make money off YouTube and all this stuff. And they make it sound really easy. And in theory, it is, but it's also a lot of work. So just be practical about that when you set it up. And it's okay if you can only make videos once a week or once every 2 weeks in the beginning. It's a learning curve anyway. So don't think it has to be perfect, okay? And your biggest obstacle will be, another Pisces card. Meditate and contemplate. Okay, so I would say the biggest obstacle would be getting clear on what you want it to be, what you want it to cover. Some people will tell you it must be one thing, like this channel should only be tarot. But, I do other things on it too. I talk about Reiki, I do cards, I do astrology, I do affirmations, I do meditations and such. So, because that's what I do, that's my work. So I kind of put it all out here. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be whatever you want it to be. And what's likely to happen. You're very close to achieving your goal. So, yay. Yeah, I think you need to keep moving forward with it because it looks like it's going to be successful. So, kudos. That's amazing. Let me know what it is when you get your channel going. Drop it in the comments of this video or on one of the videos so that we can follow you and we can see it. Okay, that would be amazing. Okay, so let me teach you how to do YouTube. No, I don't know either, obviously. Let's see. Oh, I've got another one. Okay, my son is here. Just 1 second. Pick a card for your lover. For her. Oh, okay. Okay. And who was that for? Madam Kate? Madam Kate? Okay. Madam Kate, let's pick a card for you. Let's pick several cards for you. Okay. Let's pick a card. I think we need to also pick a Ascended Master you need to work with. But okay, let's pick a card for you. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Almost like I'm a psychic. It's a Cancer and so are you. Woohoo! And I think we know what this means too. It's one of those things when you read for somebody you know, it's almost like there's not much of a reading because it's like, well, I know you and you know what this is, blah, Hey, are we still here? I was like talking away, pulled this card, all kind of stuff, and then I got a message that we were reconnecting. So I hope we're still here. Yeah, it looks like the timer is still going. Wow, that was crazy. I really thought it would cut me off, but it didn't. So Look at all the drama here on this. We have drama, we have technical issues, we have magic. Woo! Okay, the Ascended Master you should be working with. Look at that. And look at why. The power of joy. How awesome would that be to work with a being who is all about joy and all about to work with a being who is all about joy and all about fun and having the life that you dream about and having the life that you dream about. Yeah, so I think on your upcoming journey, this is who you should start working with. Hey. Okay. All right. Peace offering, white buffalo calf woman. So this is an interesting card too. This is about changes, big time changes. Spiritual awakening, a new paradigm, major changes. This is the beginning of the promised time, so to speak. So there you go. Magic is afoot. Okay, anybody else have a question or want me to pull a card or read for them or et cetera, et cetera? I tell you, these cards want to be read. Okay. I just got a text message. Okay, what ascended... okay, yeah, all right. So what ascended masters should this particular dragon Sagittarius work with in the month of July? I can never say that right. It's Gaelic, and I don't have any Gaelic. I've got 0 Gaelic. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't have it. It's a Gaelic god who is like, the card represents persistence, but the folklore around this is really interesting too. It's about perception, how we see ourselves, how we present ourselves to the world. It's about love. It's about soulmates. It's about romance. It's a lot. So I would recommend that you research this Celtic god or ascended master. And and I think this will point you in the right direction. Okay. And that was a requested thing. What ascended master should this particular Sagittarius dragon work with in the month of July? It's very interesting. Yep, I think something else went through. Okay. Did I get something else? Okay. We're not in the same room, so I'm hollering across the house. Okay. So, it is an interesting time all the way around with the energy changing right now. All right, so who should we in general work with? This is for all of us here on this call. Look, white buffalo calf woman came up again. So yeah, this is the one in general we should be working with. Research her, and I think you'll see the lesson and you will see why. With the changing paradigm especially, this is a good idea to study with this ascended master. This is about major change, though. Not the kind of change that's just, you work through your stuff. No, this is paradigm shifting change. But it's needed. I think we can all agree it's definitely needed. But it's not going to be easy. Whoop. Did you guys know I made that? I drew that. I have several coloring books. I think I have 5 coloring books on Amazon, and that's one of them. One of the designs that's in one of the books. And and I colored it and turned it into a sticker. That's what that is. So, yay. Now you can't see it. I'm over here doing stuff on the side. You can't even see it. Okay. All right. So I think we are about at an hour. So does anyone have anything else? Does anyone have a question or want me to pick a card or draw a card or anything about the astrology? Any of that? We didn't even do the Mastery of Love cards. These are interesting too. This is a very old deck, but you don't see people using these because of the format that they're in. So let's do just a general lesson for today. To master love, you have to practice love. Ooh, that's deep, isn't it? Can you see it? Yeah. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action, and it's not about attaining knowledge. So it's kind of Zen, yeah. To master love, you have to practice love. Also, to want a partner to have certain qualities, you have to be able to cultivate those qualities in yourself, because it's what are you bringing to the table. To master love, you have to be open to love. You have to let love into your life, and you have to show up. So, and that can be really difficult if you have a history of bad relationships. So, very deep. Yeah, very deep. So these are not so much predictive in, will I find love or things like that? Will I get that job or such? These are more about lessons around love. So it's a nice deck. It's, like I say, it's very old. I've had these for a very long time. And they're based off Don Miguel Ruiz and the Four Agreements. I'm sure you've read that book. If not, I suggest you do. Oh, I think somebody had a question then. But yeah. Did I get another question, Dylan? Okay. But yeah, this is, yeah. What does that say?
General energy for the year.
Oh my gosh, okay. General energy for the year. Okay. From Durga, yeah. Uh-huh. I'm glad you're here. The general energy for the year. That's a lot. Okay. Let's see how many cards we can do. I'll do a card from each deck, okay? And that'll give us a good general overview for the rest of the year. Oh, that one jumped. Okay. And that one jumped too. So, let's look at the general energy. I don't think it gets better than that. Miracle healing. This card generally is read as you don't really have to do much. It's going on in the background. A miracle healing is taking place. All you have to do is allow it to happen. You can hear the traffic outside, agrees. So this is something that you wouldn't expect to happen, something you wouldn't expect to be healed, heals. So this is like one of the best cards from this deck, which is this deck here, the Fairy Oracle deck. So it's one of the best. So, okay, this is the first one I pulled, which was from the Mastery of Love. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. To try to change them to fit what you want them to be is like trying to change a dog into a cat. Or a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. So this year is going to be about that, about accepting people for what they are, and either loving them or letting them go. But not investing time, money, or energy into trying to change them. So let's look at the biggest obstacle for the rest of the year. We'll do this one. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So as obstacles go, that's a pretty easy one. So this would read more like we're not there yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close to the end of this tough cycle. And very soon, things will be better, but we're just not quite there yet. And to be honest, I agree. I don't think we'll be there until mid-February of 2024. And then the cycle will ease. And we'll be in the year of the dragon, and things will be much better. Okay, and the outcome is Jesus. Open your heart to love. So this, of course, is not just about relationship love. This is about loving your fellow man, loving the planet, loving the animals, loving everything. Being in the state of love, being in the state of giving, of receiving love, of being in the flow, and being open to the energy from the universe. So I think, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting 6 months. Well, 5 months now, if you don't count. Yeah, 5 months now. So what we need to do probably with this is remain open to the lessons that are spiraling around us. Try not to bend things to our will and to let them play out. I think also that we need to be open our hearts to each other and be there for each other. Because that's going to be one of the big lessons for the next decade, that we're not that dissimilar. We all need to work together. We're all rowing in the same boat, so let's get in the same direction. So yeah, I think things are going to be a lot better at the end of the year. So I hope that helped and that answered your question. I'm going to call it now because I think I've been going for an hour and a half. Wow. Although we did have several mess ups, screw ups in this one, losing the internet and things like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and being here and being a part of this. I appreciate you all and I love you all. And yeah, I'll be back with more videos soon. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.